Hello everyone. So in today's video, we are going to be doing an unboxing as well as a thorough sound test using Fifine's latest flagship USB microphone. So the particular model that I have here with me today is the Fifine K690, and this is their top tier microphone, which means that they've put all of the bells and whistles into this microphone bundle. So we are going to assess what exactly comes inside this microphone bundle. We're going to assess the build quality, and then what I will do is I will do a recording and then take that audio, insert it into the video so that you can hear firsthand how this microphone performs. And what I will do in addition to that, I will show you how this microphone sounds without any accessories, and then I will mount it onto my scissor arm stand so that I can show you how it sounds while also using a pop filter. So these are the things that we will be covering in this video. So without further ado, let's get into this microphone review while using the Fifine K690. So I have been fortunate enough to do a review of a few of Fifine's USB microphones, and one of the things that I noticed is that they do pay a lot of attention to how they present their products. So, and this is no different when it comes to this flagship USB microphone. So as you can see, the packaging is very clean and very modern looking. So as soon as you open up the box, you will see that there is some documentation here, one of which is the user manual. And within this user manual is going to give you step-by-step instructions as to how to set up your USB microphone. However, it is to be noted that this microphone is a plug-and-play microphone, so the setup should be relatively easy. You simply take the USB cable that comes inside this microphone bundle and you connect it to your Windows or to your Mac computer, and it should recognize it immediately. In addition to that, this user manual also walks you through the various features that this USB microphone has, as there are quite a few, but this is something that we will cover a little bit later in this video. Then when looking at the second piece of documentation, it essentially gives you instructions as to how you can get a 2-year warranty on your USB microphone. You simply need to visit their website, register your USB microphone, and then you will have access to that 2-year warranty. So basically you have a lot of peace of mind when it comes to buying any one of Fifine's USB microphones. So moving a little bit further into the box, after removing this foam covering, you will see that the microphone is here, as well as some accessories as well. Okay, so let's start off with the accessories first. One of the accessories that comes inside this box is this adapter. So you would take this adapter, you would screw it into the base of the Fifine USB microphone, and what this does is it allows you to mount the microphone onto a scissor arm stand such as this, so that you can use a pop filter. And as I did mention before, we will be testing out this USB microphone without any accessories and then with the accessories. So it's very nice that they have included this inside the microphone bundle. In addition to that, you will see that there is a 5-foot long USB cable. So as mentioned before, you simply would plug this into your Mac or into your Windows computer, and it should recognize the USB microphone. And the fact that it's 5 feet in length will give you plenty of room to work with. So if for whatever reason you need to be a little bit farther away from the computer, you can do so with this long cable. Now, when it comes to the microphone itself, I have to say that initially when I did see this microphone online, I wasn't the biggest fan of how the microphone looked. However, after seeing the microphone in person, my perspective immediately changed. And one of the reasons is because the build quality for this microphone is really good. So it's made out of metal, from the cage of the microphone going to the body, all the way to the table stand that it comes with here. And one of the things that you will notice is that the form factor is a little bit larger. So it doesn't take up that much more space than a regular microphone that you would place on your desk or on your table, but it does take more vertical space. However, this is a plus because with it being taller, the microphone will be positioned a little bit closer to your mouth, and in doing that, it's going to give you a bit better sound quality. Now, when it comes to the actual features of this USB microphone, on the front of the microphone, you will see that there is a mute button. So basically, if you wanted to mute the microphone itself, you simply click the button to mute it. The indicator will shine red. And then if you want to unmute it, just click the button once again, and then the indicator will shine green. So this is very useful if you're doing maybe voice conferencing calls, or maybe if you're doing some streaming online for gaming, you can easily and conveniently mute the audio here. In addition to that, below the mute button, you will see that there is a headphone volume knob. And the reason why this knob is here is because at the bottom of the USB microphone, you will see that there is a 3.5 millimeter jack, which means that you are able to connect a set of headphones to this USB microphone. Now, this is very useful because you can monitor the sound as you are recording. So for those of you who are familiar with recording maybe in studios, you know that this is a very useful feature to be able to hear yourself as you are recording. And in my tests, there was no delay or no latency in using this port. In addition to that, let's just say the microphone is connected to your computer and there's some playback on your computer. Let's say you're listening to music or you're watching a video. You can plug your headphones into this port, and then you'll be able to hear that playback from your computer. So moving over to the back of the microphone, there is a microphone gain knob. So this is going to allow you to increase the gain or lower the gain. So if you're in a position where you feel as though the microphone is too loud or too low, you can easily and conveniently adjust it by using this knob. Now, this is very useful because it avoids you from taking the extra step of going into your computer to adjust the settings there. So definitely when it comes to this microphone, there's a lot of features and it really offers you a lot of convenience. Now, perhaps the most defining feature of this USB microphone is the fact that there are 3 capsules inside of the microphone. And because there are 3 capsules, it allows the characteristic of the microphone to be able to be changed. And the way how you can do that is simply by using the polar pattern knob that is here. So what does this mean? Basically, with this knob, you can change how the microphone picks up sound. So for most microphones, they have something called a cardioid pattern microphone, which means that it picks up sound from in front of the microphone as opposed to behind it. This is done by design in order to sort of eliminate some of the background noise and to only focus on the sound of the individual. However, with this, you have the cardioid pattern, but you also have 3 other patterns, one of which is an omnidirectional pattern. So what this is that it allows you to use all 3 of the capsules inside of the microphone, which means that you can pick up sound on a 360-degree angle. So all around. So this is going to be useful. Let's just say if you're multiple individuals, let's just say you have a vocalist, you have someone playing the guitar, and then a second vocalist. You can pick up all of those sounds with all 3 capsules. So it doesn't matter where you are positioned around the microphone, it's going to be able to pick up that sound. So that is the omnidirectional pickup pattern. The other pattern is a stereo pickup pattern, so it turns on 2 capsules. So it really gives it a stereo type of sound. So let's just say the individual is more positioned to the left side of the microphone. The individual who's listening is going to hear it more in the left side of the headphone as opposed to the right. So it's going to give it more of a sort of 3D sound to it. So this is a very nice feature. Let's just say if you want to capture, let's just say a car passing by and you want to capture that sound of it moving from left to right, you can do that by using the stereo pickup pattern. And the last pickup pattern is the bidirectional, which means that it picks up sound from the front and from the back, but it rejects the sound from the side. So I'm going to show you how each one of these patterns performs and how they sound once we get to the sound test. So as mentioned before, the sound test is going to include me just using this microphone by itself, and then I will mount it onto the scissor arm stand, and also so that we can use the pop filter that is here. So without further ado, let's get into this sound test right now. Alright, so I have the USB microphone here set up on my desk. It is connected to my computer, and I currently have Audacity running, and I'm going to record the audio using Audacity. Then I'm going to insert it into the video so that you can hear firsthand how this USB microphone sounds. So once again, initially we will use this microphone without any accessories, so no scissor arm stand and no pop filter. And I will change the polar patterns as we go along so that you can hear how that feature functions with this microphone. So let's go ahead and get into this sound test now.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. This is a sound test using the Fifine K690 USB microphone. Currently, I am positioned approximately 6 inches away from the microphone, and I have the gain on the microphone set to approximately 30%. And these conditions will be maintained for the duration of this sound test. Currently, the cardioid pickup pattern is selected, which means that the microphone is picking up sound from the front of the microphone and trying to reject the sound from behind. This can be demonstrated by me picking up this microphone. Testing, 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 testing. So as you can tell, the microphone is picking up sound from the front of the microphone and rejecting the sound from the sides and from behind. So now let's move on to the next polar pattern. So right now I am using the bidirectional polar pattern, which means that the microphone is picking up sound from the front of the microphone and from behind the microphone, and it is rejecting sound from the side of the microphone. And just as before, the conditions are still the same. I am positioned approximately 6 inches away from the microphone, and the gain is still set to 30%. So if I were to pick up the microphone and speak into the front, you can still hear the sound. If I were to speak to the side, it would be rejecting the sound. And then behind the microphone, you can tell that it is picking up sound. So this is how the bidirectional sound works with this USB microphone. So right now I have the omnidirectional or the 360-degree pickup pattern now selected on this microphone, which means that the microphone is picking up sound on a 360-degree angle. So I can move to the left of the microphone or to the right of the microphone, and it is still going to pick up sound. And if I were to pick up the microphone and speak into the back of it, it will still pick up the audio. Testing, 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 testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So as you can tell, the microphone still picks up sound from all of the directions. And last but not least is the stereo pickup pattern. This means that there are 2 capsules that are active, and it is picking up sound from the left-hand side and from the right-hand side. So if I were to move towards the left side of the microphone, you can hear the audio changing from the middle going to the left side of your headphones or of your speakers. And if I were to move more towards the right hand side, you can see how the sound sort of shifts more towards the right hand side of your headphones or of your speaker. So this is how the stereo pickup pattern would work on this USB microphone. All right, so now let's move on to using this microphone with the scissor arm stand as well as a pop filter.
Alright, so as you can tell, I have the USB microphone mounted onto the scissor arm stand, and I'm using a pop filter. So if you are in the market to pick up this microphone and you want to also pick up these accessories, I will leave some links down below just to make the process a little bit easier for you. And also, it is to be noted that I am an Amazon affiliate, which means that if you do decide to pick up any one of these items using the links down below, Amazon will issue me a small but very helpful commission. So if you'd like to support this channel, simply consider using the links down below for your purchase. So one of the great things about using a pop filter is that it allows you to speak a little bit more closely to the microphone without introducing too much plosives, so like popping sounds. And I think what you're going to notice in doing this test is that the audio is going to sound a little bit more in depth and a little bit more rich. So let's go ahead to conduct this sound test while using these accessories. So the pop filter as well as the scissor arm stand.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. This is a sound test using the Fifine K690 USB microphone. Currently, the gain of the microphone is set to approximately 30%, and I am speaking approximately maybe 3 inches away from the microphone, and I am also using a pop filter. So this is how the microphone sounds without any processing. All right, so I'm sure that you can tell just from this example, the sound was a little bit more rich, a little bit more in depth. So pretty much these are the results that you would be able to get while also getting these accessories with this microphone. So it's my opinion that the microphone will still work without these accessories. It'll still sound relatively decent, but I think in order to get the maximum performance out of this microphone, it would be better to get a pop filter, especially when you're doing any type of singing or anything like that, where you're going to be speaking like louder or a little bit more heavily into the microphone. So something that I would highly recommend. So this pretty much concludes this sound test for this USB microphone, the Fifine K690. And if you found this video helpful, please don't hesitate to hit the like button, as this does help the channel to grow. In addition to that, if you have any questions or any comments, I would be more than happy to answer them down below in the comments section, as I do enjoy hearing from you, the viewer. And if you like the channel overall and you want to continue seeing reviews and as well as videos where I give you tips and tricks, please consider subscribing to this channel, as this too does help the channel to grow. So once again, I would like to say thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that it was also beneficial to you, and I hope to see you at the next video. So thank you once again.